So I'm going to show you the burger and how we make burgers here at Two Birds Eatery. We take our roasted red peppers that we grilled and taken the skin off of. We chop them up. And these are just a few of the burgers that we'll be making this week. We have a function to do in the next night or so, and they've ordered homemade burgers, which I really appreciate the community support that we have here. What I'm doing is I'm taking some mustard. We have a choice of a German mustard from, the brand is Tommy, and I also use Dijon mustard. So what I'll do is I'll push this in. This is enough to bring out a lot of the flavor from the ground meat, the ground chuck that we have here. Okay. Then what you do is you take your herbs and spices. Once again, they've all been pre-mixed and measured out for the amount that we're going to need here. Add that into that. Always work nice and neat. And what I did was I pre-mixed the eggs and beat them up with a little bit of cream, just for a little bit of extra fat, because we do have a lean meat, and we'll add that to it. Don't add it all at once because it may be too moist, and you'll have to add a bit more breadcrumbs to it to bind it. I always use a little bit of low sodium soy sauce, one for the flavor, and that's what I'm going to be using as my salt. I try not to use salt as much as possible. And then we have some Worcestershire sauce from Lee & Perrins. That's another great additive. Usually you use a tablespoon or a teaspoon at home. I know by my experience how much is what. This is my balsamic reduction that I add to it. It's very, very strong. And I have the larger version right here, which I'll add just a little bit more to. Love the flavor of balsamic in ground meat there. Okay. Then I take some of our breadcrumbs from the bread that we make here. Add that to it. Pretty simple. And some special juice that I've made out of some older tomatoes, some really ripe tomatoes. And all I do is puree them up and cook them down a little bit to make it a little thicker, like a juice or a sauce, and then add that to it. I'm going to mix this up on the 80-quart mixer that we have, and then we'll be flattening them into just nice and gently when you mix, though. Be careful with that, because if you overmix, you're going to pull that muscle tissue and tear it apart and lose a lot of the flavor. And what I want you to do is just mix it lightly, and when you're taking the burger, just squish it together. Okay, nice and neat like that, and then also put the thumbprint in the middle, because when you put the thumbprint in the middle, it stops the burger from puffing up like that. So push it down, and we'll put it on the grill, and we'll go from there. And I hope to see you for lunch. Thank you.